Hey there guys, and welcome to this video. Now on today's video I'm going to be giving you some of my top 10 acting tips. So let me know in the comments below if you follow any of these tips already. Hello everybody and welcome back to Lara Rose's podcast, aka moi. And on today's podcast I'm going to be giving you some of my top tips for becoming an actress. Yeah, so let's get cracking. Right in there at number one is dong 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 dong. Don't know what that tune was, but anywho, it is apply yourself to everything. Apply for everything. So if you see it and you think remotely I could do that, then yeah, you apply. You put yourself down for that. I mean, if it says you've got to have, natural red hair and you've got like blue hair, then maybe don't go for that one. But like, if you think like there's just a little bit of you in there that's like, maybe I could do that, just do it, right? Because experience is everything. It's invaluable. I promise, like, it's invaluable. The more you get on your CV and the more that producers or casting agents or, all the big dogs, all they know that you can do, the better, because you've got more diversity, you've got more professionalism, and they can see that and they want that. So just apply for everything, because the chances are you'll get something. And you can build that CV right up. You might get it all. You might get it all. Think of that. Okay, so the second one is oversell yourself, right? But don't make it dangerous. Now, what I mean by that is, say you're a piano player or you play some sort of instrument. I'm a piano player, right? I've just nearly whacked my full shelf down. It's fine. But say you're a piano player. I play the piano, right? But I'm no Beethoven. I'm not a Beethoven. I can whack out a little bit of Beethoven, but I'm not a Beethoven. Do you see what? Yeah. So give us a song sheet. I'll whack out the tune, but I still couldn't play it like Beethoven. But what I would do is I would say I can play the piano, and I'd give them confidence that I can play the piano well. So that when it comes to the tune that they give me to play, I just go home and I'll practice the out of it. Yeah, I blocked the swear word. Yes, smart. But I would practice the heck out of that, and then, they're none the wiser. You get where I'm going? See what I mean? Also, like, I am a horse rider, so horse rider is on my CV. Don't be putting horse rider on your CV if you cannot ride a horse. Because if you go into that job, right, and they plonk you on a horse, that horse takes off. Chances are you're going to come off, and you might hurt yourself. So yeah, that's what I mean. Don't be dangerous. Like, oversell yourself, and oversell yourself by, saying like, I can act that, and I can do this. I can do that voiceover really well. I can do a Durham accent, and you just go out there and practice your Durham accent, and you make sure that you're really good at that accent. That's overselling yourself. My third top tip is have an up-to-date CV and headshot. Now, everyone thinks that that's an obvious thing, right? But you will be surprised at how many people do not have an up-to-date CV or headshot. It's not good. The headshot is the first thing the casting agent sees, and if you walk into that audition not looking like that, that headshot, they're going to be like, was she? Like, did we give this girl or boy an audition? Do you know what I mean? And your CV, it's really important to keep that up to date, right? Because if you miss off a job, even if it's just a little advert that was 20 seconds long, that's something the casting agent would see. It bulks up your CV. It makes you look more employable. Like, like you're worth the casting agent's time. So that's just something to keep in mind. Always keep your headshot and your CV up to date. I promise that's a good one. Now, my fourth tip is to have a show reel that stands out. People are so tempted to shove absolutely everything they've got into a show reel. Don't fall into that trap and don't do that. So like, don't put in like a 10, 20, 30 second piece if you're just standing there doing facial expressions. That's not something that the casting agent wants to see, that anybody can stand there do facial expressions. You want to bulk it out, right? Keep it like to a minute 30 maximum, because you've got to imagine like how many show reels casting agents have got to go through. Just keep it to a minute, 1 minute 30, keep them interested and keep it punchy. Like, so put in like the good stuff. If you haven't got anything at all to put in because you've not had any work yet, do a monologue. Sit at home, get your cameras out, invest, in like a good You don't even have to invest in a very expensive ring light, but invest in a ring light. You know, give yourself a good background and do a monologue. You can do a funny monologue. You can do like an intense monologue. Just do something that'll make you stand out and what is your strength. But yeah, definitely have a good show reel. You know, put like your name on the show reel, and then you, at the end of the show reel, make sure you add your contact information, how they can get in touch with you as well. That's really important. And if you can, add a little snippet of the title of the film, the program, the advert, or whatever, just whatever that title is of that piece, pop it on there as well so they know what they're looking at. Yeah, keep it short and sweet, keep it punchy, keep them interested, make yourself stand out. So my fifth tip is make sure that your audition is memorable. Okay, turn up on time, be prepared, make sure you've got suitable wear on, good attire, and be professional. Know who you're auditioning for, know what you're auditioning for, know exactly what your audition is about. Songs, have them rehearsed to a T. Okay, just be so prepared. You know, keep upbeat and positive, be kind and be confident, because you have to remember these casting agents, these people that you're auditioning for, whoever it may be, they are people too. They remember kindness, they remember, you know, punctuality, they remember those people, because those are the people that they want to work with. So you might go in and you might not necessarily be the top person, actor or singer. You might be extremely good, but you might not have been the best at the scene. But if your attitude and your professionalism is much better than the person who is honestly up there on real talent, they are probably going to pick you, because you're going to be easier to work with, you're going to be kinder to work with, and it's going to create a really nice work atmosphere and they can work with you. So yeah, always be kind and professional. This is a nice transition to the number 6 tip from number 5, because as well as being, you know, professional and everything, my top number 6 tip is be yourself. So, you know, be professional, be confident, be all those things, but be yourself, because people can see through acting. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm quite bubbly, I'm quite upbeat, I'm quite over the top sometimes, and you know, it can be a little bit much for some people. I completely get that. I am who I am though, and I don't pretend to be something that I'm not, because you are who you are. People are going to love you for you. So make sure that you let yourself shine through, because that's when you're the best version of yourself, and that's what the casting agent will love. Okay, so the 7th top tip we kind of touched on, but it's always be on time. Like, punctuality is so important, because you know, if you're going into an audition and it's for theatre and it's for stage, so you've got like tons of days where you're like, you know, practice, rehearse. The casting agents and the directors, producers or whatever, they want to have every faith that you will be on time. Because if you say you get like hired for the main part and then you're always late, or you hold up production or whatever, that's going to cause issues. So always be punctual and be on time. It's a good tip, man. The 8th top tip is definitely one of my favourites, because it's kind of the one that gets you the jobs. It's to get yourself signed up onto the likes of Spotlight, Mandy, Backstage, all of those websites, because they give you like access to so many jobs that are like happening right there, where you can go and audition for them, and you can upload your CV, all the jobs you've done, your headshots. You can upload all of that stuff, which is so important, because it cuts out like loads of like time. Or if you've got all your information on there, potential, you know, people that want you can just look at it and say, yeah, she's the perfect fit, or he's the perfect fit, and they look awesome for this job, and their acting skills are exactly what I need for this. So definitely get yourself signed up for them. Now, I do have an agent. I would say that if you haven't got one, it's not really a big problem, because with access to websites like this, it's easier for you to get yourself work. Without having to, you know, write to loads of people, like, you know, write to the BBC or ITV and say, can I send you this and can I audition for this, you know? It's all there for just easy access. So definitely get yourself set up on them websites. And if you do manage to get an agent, perfect. If you don't, it's not a problem. Okie dokie. So my 9th top tip is be prepared for anything. Like anything to happen in the audition. Like I swear I am. Okay, I'll give you a little story, right? So I went and auditioned as Mary Lazarus, shall I say, for Sister Act. So obviously I had to do like a monologue piece, and then I had to do, well, not monologue, like I had another actor in with us, by the way, just reading the extra lines. But anyway, by the by, for the singing bit, I took in some sunglasses and a cap, because you know, like she has like a hip hop bit where she goes like hip hop, that bit, right? That's pretty much the voice I did as well. I just gave you a taste there. But when it got to the song, I did that, like method acting, you know, pop the glasses on, pop the cap on, and they absolutely loved it. But they loved it that much, they wanted me to sing like a bit of another song, like, you know, because they were like just having a bit of a laugh, bit of fun, asked us if I'd do it, and I was like, yeah, okay. Now, had I not gone into that audition prepared and knowing the rest of the songs, I would have been Scooby-Dooed, because I would have had to say no. And I mean, they probably wouldn't have minded because they didn't ask me to prepare that. But because I was prepared, it probably helped me get that role. So that's what I mean by be prepared for anything to happen. So you might be going in with a monologue and a song to sing for, you know, the character that you're going for. But just make sure you know more than that, so that if they ask you to do any more, you say, yeah, I've done my research. I know. Some actors, casting agents might ask you to, you know, bark like a dog or stand like a tree. You know, anything can happen in that audition room. Just make sure you're mentally prepared for anything to happen. Okay, so my last and final tip is have fun. Just have so much fun. This is what it's about, acting. And yeah, there's going to be job roles where, you know, it's a little bit more sad to do. It's going to unlock memories, and they might not be the funnest moments, but just enjoy the ride. That is what all of this is about. Experience and having fun and being able to work with, you know, like-minded individuals, creative people. Enjoy the journey. When you stop having fun, that's when you stop doing it. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could like, subscribe, share, all that shizzle, I would appreciate it so much. I will be actually talking about acting. I will be talking about acting more. You know, I'll talk about accents and all that jazz. You know, we'll get into lots of nitty-gritty stuff, because this is a massive passion of mine. So why not? And a lot of other people are passionate too. Otherwise, why would you be here? But yeah, ciao for now.